Hey everyone, I'm the GeekMaster, formerly the UK Gamer. I have now, as you may have guessed, fully undergone the metamorphosis, evolution, whatever you want to call it, to the GeekMaster. And as such, this is my first video as the GeekMaster. As such, as being the GeekMaster now, I will be bringing content, not just video games. Obviously, there'll be a big part, as you can see from all this, but also manga, anime, board games, trading card games. And today, because we are covering the GeekMaster and introducing more features, I thought it may be appropriate to start my first video as the GeekMaster with something other than video games. Although, there is a video game connection in there partly. So this is my first manga pickup video. So, there are 3 mangas I'm going over. These have all arrived this month. They have actually all arrived this month. For those that don't know, which is pretty much everyone, I think, I actually have a pretty large manga collection, and I'll go into detail sometime about it. Maybe show off individual bits or do a little run through, something like that. But either way, I've got quite a lot. And it is something I've enjoyed for 13, 14 years now at least. Remember borrowing them from Southend Library, reading them and then buying series, and it's all just gone from there. I believe it's 2007-8. Anyway, into the video. So, as I said, 3 manga I picked up, one of which relates to a video game, and is one manga I have related to video games. I have quite a lot more, but as I said, we'll come into that later on. We're just waffling now. Waffles. Where do we start? Let's start off with this one. So the first manga I'm going to show is this. Monster Musume Volume 6. So, this isn't actually the latest volume. I believe the latest one in English is actually 16. It's just, I had all the volumes apart from this one. This one, for some reason, seemed to be more expensive than the others. It was actually cheaper for me to import it brand new from Australia than to buy it on eBay over here. So, I don't know. Took a month to get here, which was fair enough. COVID, over Christmas, Australia. So, yeah. So, as you can see, the guy's kind of getting crushed by a girl with big breasts. Her name is Ragnara. She's a sort of like spider monster. And this whole series revolves around the discovery of a world full of monsters and a cultural exchange program where they come to live in our world. And he basically is the, how do I put it? The host. He's the host. And the monster girls, yeah, all monster girls live with him. In fact, you can see everyday life with monster girls. For example, there's 2 more on the back. Mia and Pappy. Yeah, Mia's a lamia, human snake, and Pappy's a harpy. Big difference. Yes. Also, you might have seen that the title was Headland Horseman. It's a harem book, so one guy, lots of girls, and it's comedy more than anything. It just tells his life struggling to live with several monster girls, again, mostly with big breasts, and all the awkward situations he gets put into with them, or his coordinator, Mrs. Smith, who arranges for them to live with him, who is himself human, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, I've been reading this series for a while now. I said this was the only volume I needed to get up to date in English. I think 17's out April, maybe. So you'll probably see this soon, the next volume of this. Yeah. Glad to finally have it in my collection. The odd one out. Second one is actually the first volume in the series. And that volume series is UQ Holder, Volume 1. This was bought from eBay. And I'd never actually read this series until I bought this. which is different for me, because normally I like to read it in advance, some way or another. Reason I bought this is actually a sequel series to a series called Negima, which is one that I've read before. Well, most of it. I've seen it. I've seen the anime. It's a series I know pretty well. And Negima itself is about a 10-year-old Welsh boy called Negi Springfield who moves to Tokyo to teach a class of 15-year-old girls in Japan. And he's a wizard. And all sort of magical chaos happens, and there's vampires and dog people and ghosts and androids. So yeah, and this is basically a sequel series set, I think, 70, 80 years after that. So that's why I bought this without reading, and had to even just get the series in the first place, because it carries on the Negima series. And I will probably do a video on Negima at some point, because there's 38 manga in the series. I've got all of them. There's a spoof series called Negima Neo, which I finally got the last volume for about 2 months ago, as well as 2 anime series, and I've got them all, so kind of had to get this. I think this series is nearly all out in English. I think there's only about 3 volumes left to take up to volume 24 or something like that. So I'm a bit behind with this, and I've got to figure out where I'm going to put all the manga. But I said I had to get this based on the fact it follows on from a series I enjoyed and read quite a bit before. I don't know much about it. I haven't started reading it yet. All I know is this is supposedly the grandson of the previously mentioned Negi Springfield. So, interesting. And we'll just see how it goes, I guess. Okay, third book. This is the one with the video game connection. And this series is probably the one I have the most manga of by quite a way, to be honest. It is actually Pokemon Sword and Shield Volume 2. So, there's a lot of Pokemon manga, and I mean a lot. It goes all the way from Gen 1 to 8, which, for those who don't know, this is Gen 8. I didn't even know this was out. I found out by pure chance. Because normally I'm pretty good with keeping up to date, so I'm a bit surprised there. And this was also had to be bought secondhand from eBay for £6, which is quite a lot for this book, because it's normally £3.99. It appears that this volume is just randomly quite expensive, so I think I got lucky. It roughly follows the games, but it does change a few bits. The 2 main characters, boy and girl, rather than being called Victor and Gloria, as their default names are in the games, are called Casey Shield and Henry Sword, with different goals. And again, I haven't read it. This only came today, so I'll have to read it. But if you know the Sword and Shield plot roughly, then it's along them lines. It's just a bit different. For example, the Ultra Sun and Moon games are depicted in the Sun and Moon manga with a slight twist, but along the same thing of the Ultra Beast and Lusamine going after them to get reunited with her husband. So, yeah. If you played the games, it'll make sense. If not, this is probably complete random rubbish to you. Things with these manga, compared to the other ones, is it's a lot thinner. This is probably more like what you get. So you get a bit of perspective there. And yeah, I have a lot of them, so they take up a lot of space. You obviously don't get as many as you would games. Although it depends, they're probably thinner than Master System games. So yeah, so these are just 3 manga, all ones that came this month. I've got more I plan on getting. As I said, Monster Musume 17's come out soon. Volume 3 of this, I think, is May. Might even be a bit sooner. And there's at least 20 odd more volumes for me to get. That's already out, so yeah. What do you think? Are you interested in manga? And if you are, any series you can recommend for me? But yeah. Chances are, I should have probably mentioned this before, if it's manga, it might be a bit more grown up. And if you've read manga, you may well know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you for all your support during the whole time I was that UK Gamer. And I hope to see you in the future as the GeekMaster. So, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.